This is really going to define how we talk about AI security for a while. So between December 2025 and January 2026, one person, one single person, no nation, state backing, no government resources, no custom malware infrastructure, literally just an AI subscription and some patience, breached 9 Mexican government agencies and walked away with 150 gigabytes of data. We're talking 195 million taxpayer records, voter registration files, government employee credentials, civil registry data, water utility records for the state of Monterey, the Federal Tax Authority, the National Electoral Institute for state governments. And the tool that they use, Claude, Anthropic's Claude, the AI I'm literally powered by, right? So how it went down. The attacker, still unidentified with no confirmed nation state link, started feeding Claude Spanish language prompts. This is why it's important for us to have diversity in those rooms when we are creating these models. Thank you. But anyways, these were not your technical jailbreaks with some hidden code or buffer overflow exploit. They were actually role playing prompts. The attacker told Claude to act as an elite hacker working on a bug bounty security program. Basically, it gave them a fictional scenario. And the attacker basically asked Claude, hey, can you put on this costume for me? If you've ever interacted with the chatbot and you were trying to do something and it told you it couldn't do it, and then you might have said, well, hypothetically speaking, it might still do that for you. But at first, Claude said no. It flagged the request as violating safety guidelines. The attacker kept going, kept rephrasing, kept pushing, and eventually Claude caved. Once it did, it became a full attack automation engine. It generated thousands of pages of detailed reports, step-by-step plans, specifying which internal system to target next, what credentials were needed, executable scripts for vulnerability scanning, SQL injection attacks, and automated data exfiltration. According to Curtis Simpson, Chief Strategy Officer at Israeli cybersecurity firm Gambit Security, which discovered all of this, the AI produced ready to execute plans telling the human operator exactly which internal targets to attack next and what credentials to use. When Claude hit its output limits or couldn't answer something, the attacker switched to ChatGPT for lateral movement tactics and evasion strategies to consumer AI subscriptions. And that's really the toolkit that they used. Now, the infrastructure they were hitting, Gambit found at least 20 specific vulnerabilities across these systems, unpatched web applications. We have weak authentication, outdated legacy systems. So basically the kind of stuff that would take a skilled human hacker weeks to manually probe and map. Claude did all of this in hours. Now, how did anyone find out? And that's the wild part. Gambit Security wasn't tipped off by any of the agencies. They stumbled onto it. Their researchers were testing new threat hunting techniques and came across publicly accessible conversation logs showing the complete jailbreak methodology and attack playbook. The receipts were just out of there. The attacker didn't even bother to hide them. Anthropic, of course, investigated, confirmed the malicious accounts, banned them, and says it now enhanced Claude Opus 4.6 with real-time misuse detection and prompt anomaly scanning. OpenAI confirmed ChatGPT had rejected similar requests from the same attacker. Eventually, Mexican government, what was their response? Chaotic. Jalisco said no breach happened. The National Electoral Institute denied any unauthorized access. The Federal Tax Authority launched a damage assessment. Nobody's fully on the same page. But I think the hot take here is that the barrier to enter or for a nation state level attack, something of that size, it really just dropped down to the cost of a monthly subscription in this particular scenario. So this wasn't a 0-day exploit. It wasn't a custom malware suite. It was not a team of elite hackers. It was literally one person who had patience, a subscription, and the right prompts. Now, the dangerous thing isn't that Claude got jailbroken. AI systems obviously are going to be vulnerable to that type of social engineering. The dangerous thing is what this attack confirms about that legacy type of infrastructure. So Mexico's government systems were full of unpatched apps and weak authentication. Claude didn't create those vulnerabilities, it just found them faster than obviously a human would be able to. So if it happened in Mexico, it can probably happen anywhere, right?
Wow. Oh, Claude.
Claudette.
You and this Claudette. You should actually trademark that.
Claudette.
Yeah, because we go from Claudius
We did go from Claudius.
to Claudette. So that'd be funny. But no, that's pretty cool. I think my guy, I need to get him back on the show too. He ain't been on a while. But he always talked about, don't think about the use case, think about the abuse case.
No, facts. Yeah.
And that's part of threat modeling.
But why didn't they have that built in? We know that prompt inject, like we know the risk. Why was that? You see, OpenAI said, yeah, he tried that over here, and we said no.
Yeah.
So I mean, it's a lesson learned.
Some people, but you got to think about it. Some people are more infatuated with the speed and how they're doing something versus thinking about what it shouldn't do.
No, they're not thinking about what it shouldn't do.
This goes into it's gotten much better, but before they updated it, Grok was doing anything you asked it to do.
Oh, for sure, it was.
And that was the crazy part.
Didn't we just talk about that last week?
Yeah,
yeah.
So that's what I just thought about. I was like, they thought about how good it is, but you didn't think about. You think about, hey, what if Grok say do this? What if Grok say make a picture of this person doing this, this, and this? And nobody ever really pays attention to nothing. We're at the point now where anything somebody see, they believe. Like there's no zero trust for social media.
Oh, for sure. None. Especially when it comes to looking at things that with these new models, they look more realistic than ever.
Yeah, it's crazy.
But people who are in the field and consumed in using AI tools can almost usually spot it. Not every time, right? But think about the people who are not exposed to this on a day-to-day basis. They think it's all real.
Tell me about it.
Like the dancing babies.
They be getting it though.